Yo, what's up guys? So today's video is going to be us playing this balloon cycle deck. Right, so in the first game, I'm facing Goblin Drill with Goblin Demolisher. But so this deck's like a cycle deck, but the spam starts in like double and triple elixir, but usually in single, like you only really want to balloon when you like out cycle the air defenses, or you feel like you can't get punished afterwards. But for example, if they like go golem in the back, you could also go balloon other lane if you're confident in your defense. But obviously if they have like their evos and you don't have evos in cycle, then I want to try punish with a balloon, because then you'll probably just get free crown by a big golem push. But anyways, so yeah, I think on a cycle, your evo musketeer is so important in this matchup, like just every matchup, sorry. Against like buildings, or if they're not running buildings, they're in like beat down, it's good to like snipe evo witches and stuff. But usually try to snowball the skeletons of the evo witch so the musky shots don't get wasted, or like it can take out night witches and all stuff like that basically. So the evo musketeer is really valuable. Okay, so we take out this demolisher. A lot of the time when I have my evo muskie, I like to go balloon in the back, even not even just in triple, because in triple, like, is how you outcycle their buildings, like their defenses for balloon, is by placing like in the back right or back left your balloon. So then when they're gonna have to play their air defense, and then by the time your balloon's got to like the bridge, you've already basically cycled to another balloon, and then their air defense is going to be out cycle. So then you just place another balloon, then they have no counter. But I'll say the evo muskie value on the demolisher. We need poisons, so I go with Evo Skellies at the bridge with the Ice Golem. I want to force out a response here. So bring out the log. Snowball the tower just to cycle. I'm kind of just waiting on this guy to go in. So I'm going to play my bomb tower for the drill. Bar barrel and bomb tower are your best drill defenses. The drill's a pretty awkward matchup, to be fair though. Especially if they're tanking for it. But this guy was pretty annoying because he kept switching his drill placements. So the bomb tower wasn't really counting, so I had to play more elixir basically. So he's poisoning that. So we're going to get another muskie down because he just poisoned. And I think here I'm going to balloon the back so we can hopefully outcycle his buildings. I think you want to protect your musketeers in nearly every matchup, because it's like your main source of damage. I got miner in the back, and then I got my evo muskie down to just help out with the drill and then take out the cannon and damage up the demolisher. And he misses the skeletons. I get a snowball down because predicting something, and look how much elixir that balloon's just forced out. Like 3 buildings in total, so like 3 plus 4 plus 3 is like 10 elixir, and it still gets death damage. Is crazy just from a single balloon. And like obviously my evo muskie helps out, but that gets value anyway. And the snowball of course, but get some nice minor chip. I'm gonna cycle a muskie because I don't want to give him too much poison value. And obviously he's got a knight, it's feeding my musketeer, and he can't poison my left side. I'm going to split evo Skellies just to cycle, and then get Ice Golem to protect the musketeer. Bomb tower for the drill. That drill was a bit on that tower, so I had to bar barrel it. I probably didn't have to, but I don't want to take like unnecessary extra damage. Snowball the Skellies just to cycle, and can get my mine on tower. In some matchups, like if you're facing Inferno tower and all that, and you balloons, especially in single, won't really break through. Like you could just play it like a minor cycle deck, like just win condition minor chip basically if your balloon can't break through. Especially against decks of like Goblin Hot Tornado, like a Splash Shard deck or an Evo Exy Tornado deck with like a building where your balloon is just going to really struggle to break through, so you just play it like a minor chip deck. The hardest matchup I'd say is probably like Graveyard with Evo Witch, just because I find Graveyard pretty awkward to defend with this deck. But obviously I think like with practice you'd get better at defending Graveyard. But I look in triple elixir, look at the balloon spam. Like I'm defending at the same time, but triple is where like the most balloon spam happens realistically. So just try to keep my tower as healthy as I can, and then yeah, we get the win. Like to be honest, the defense I played wasn't even like flawless, but we still get the win because the amount of damage I've gotten on the balloons and stuff. So yeah, it was a good game. Hop into the next one. Alright, so in this next game, we're gonna be facing, I think it's like Mega Knight deck, like a new Mega Knight deck with vines and all that stuff, basically. So I like some minor, just a tower in the safe spot, like first play. Especially if I don't want to cycle anything else. Like I usually go snowball, bar barrel, and minor bridge, or maybe split skellies. They're like the best starting plays. You don't really want to cycle a musketeer, bomb tower, or balloon first play. And even ice golem, I don't really like cycling first play because it's a bit risky to cycle it. Okay, we keep the muskie alive, so I'm going to actually balloon bridge just to support it. I've got a counter pushing muskie. I snowball the minions so that obviously they're going to die to the bomb anyway, but if I didn't snowball it, or they would have outpaced the bomb at the balloon. That's a minor for the Dark Prince, and we're just going to reset here. And we're same elixir anyway, basically. But yeah, in this matchup is like, because of vines makes it really tough to break through. With the balloon, especially if there are vines and cycle, because you can just play like mini peck of vines and the balloon's like basically dead. So this is like more advantageous on like double and triple when I can outcycle their vines and start balloon cycling basically more. So I'm not going to protect, a lot of the time I'm not protecting my muskies, but if the muskie's going to the bridge by itself and know I'm facing Mega Knight and Mini Peck, there's no point ice golem because they'll just put their troop on the muskie, not the ice golem, and then the ice golem's not going to take out a tower anyway, so it'll just feed in value. So ice golem the back for the Mega Knight. And since he Mega Knights, I actually want a balloon just to pressure the other lane, but this snowball is really bad. Like it gets death damage, but it wasn't a good snowball because it didn't get hit. So I think I'm down a bit of elixir, so I might have a rough time defending. But at least, unfortunately, the miners helped me out. So, but this Ram Rider is annoying. And I think I'm messing my snowball up here. Yeah, I do. I tried to push it, but I remember in this game I don't know why my phone was lagging a bit. Not like a big lag, but like a millisecond delay, so I couldn't get the snowball in time and push it to the right. Anyway, get Eva Muskie to take that Electro Wizard out. He does vines, unfortunately, but the snowball does help me out. I was predicting the vine, so then the snowball pushing that literally gets me a whole hit, and then he has to E-Wiz to deny the second hit. I think I want to snowball here again. Yep, nice, a snowball. Kill him the E-Wiz, look at that. Balloon hits twice, and that's GG. So, snowball balloon's so broken. Like, I played a clean defense. Other than that one Ram Rider, basically, because of a misplaced snowball. The rest of the game was pretty clean. And he had E-Wiz and minions, so that Evo Muskie play basically just won me the game on the E-Wiz. There's a lot of the time you're going to break through with your Evo Musketeer with this deck anyway. Alright, so this last game, I think we're facing like a Hyper Bait deck. And then I think his only air card is Dark Goblin. But he has vines, so he can kill the balloon anyway, really. Obviously, if he didn't have vines in his deck, it would be like a free matchup. But obviously, vines makes it a bit more difficult. Yeah, so our bomb tower just to defend all of that. Against like spam decks and all that, or even like recruit spam where they're lacking air defenses, you usually, most of the time, you don't really want to balloon single because I know I ballooned there, but I think you only really want to do it when you're up elixir and stuff. But you against like spam decks like and recruit decks, you mostly want to balloon like double and triple, because if you balloon single, you get punished, and you just want to survive single and double because single because the matchup gets better against these types of decks the longer the game goes on. And also, like, in single elixir, you're not going to be able to afford a lot of the time, like, to kill their, like, one air counter. Obviously, this guy's vines, but if he didn't have vines. But, like, in double and triple, you can easily, like, snowball or minor on the counters because you have more elixir with the balloon. Okay, so I play my mine on the Dark Goblin. He does catch it, which is pretty unfortunate. So I just bar barrel for that, and I gotta eat the Dark Goblin hit as well. Okay, so my main objective here is just defend to like double and triple elixir, and then I'll start going for more balloons because he's got like a hyper bait deck, so he can punish me very quickly. I protect these Evo Skellies with an Ice Golem just to be annoying. And we force out Evo Valk, which is really good for us because Evo Valk is so annoying, even against balloon. Like when I pair it with like an Ice Golem. This looks like a sticky defense, but I just bomb on top of everything. It kind of just kills everything. And then an Ice Golem to block for the Dark Goblin. Okay, so here I've got my Evo Musketeer cycle. So basically, I just want to snowball this that bush away. And then I think what I want to do here is like start cycling balloons in the back, especially because I have my Evo Musketeer as well in combination. Okay, so I bombed out for the Skeleton Barrel. I think he tries to block, but I think I predict he's going to block, so I place my Evo Muskie to the right anyway. Actually, because I didn't want him to hit the Skeleton Barrel, but whatever he plays is going to walk into the Evo Muskie, and I just mined for the thingy anyway. I mean, snowball for the Dark Goblin. Alright, so I just want to take out that bush. And we're already up a lot of damage, so I can chill out for a bit. I don't need to go in anytime soon, really, because I've just got all that damage, so I can just defend, basically. But obviously, when they've got Evo Skeleton Barrel, it's going to get so much damage. So like, even though I counter this pretty well, I had no Bomb Town cycle, so look how much damage it's got. And already now I'm on the back foot again, like, I've only got a little bit of a damage lead, so now I need to go in again. So I do Balloon Miner. Sometimes you want to mine a balloon, and then sometimes I'll use the miner to tank for the balloon, but then every now and then I use the balloon to tank for the mine, so my mine gets extra chip. And then there, my balloon got a hit, so it's basically a good game. Yeah, I pushed to like, I think, top 17, and I don't regularly play this deck, so I pushed like top 17 in the UK and like 1,400 or 300 in the world maybe. So yeah, I think this deck has a lot of potential. Like in the beatdown meta, it can get a bit tricky defending big golden pushes and stuff, but once you get better at the deck and you can use your Ice Golem, Kite Swords and all that stuff, it's actually a pretty good deck in the meta, even though Vines you'd think would ruin a balloon and all that stuff. But yeah, I think like, once you've mastered defense versus like everything with this deck and you've played it for a bit, this deck has a really high potential and could be one of the best decks in the game. And I don't see it getting nerfed anytime soon, so it's definitely a good deck to invest your resources and cards into. But yeah, that's the end of the video, guys. If you've got any ideas for any upcoming videos, let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoy the videos, feel free to subscribe as well. Anyway, peace.